Hello, I'm Jason, and welcome to your Tiny Daily Kick. Actually, it's our Tiny Daily Kick. I get as much enjoyment doing this, and I hope that you get as much enjoyment listening too. You know, there's been a little bit of happiness I'd forgotten about in my life. It actually wasn't gone forever. It was just, I guess, laying dormant, sleeping, and waiting for me to notice it again. And finally, in the last few days, I've done it. You see, for the past year or so, I've been in the habit of sleeping in to around 7 a.m. Now, for some, that might not sound so late. But for me, I've been missing something that's really been nourishing my soul. You see, I used to wake up with the sun. I used to rise when that first little sun peeped its head over the mountains, stretched out across the horizon. When the world was waking, this is the time when it was so quiet. And somewhere along the way, I lost that practice. However, this morning I chose differently. I got up on sunrise, and I'm starting to get up on sunrise. About 6 a.m. right now. I took my dogs for a walk, and what I discovered, honestly, was nothing short of sacred for me. And the first thing that struck me, of course, was the sky itself, the painted colours in the sky, and when the sun just peeps its head over the hills that it's behind. Just beautiful. And I paused for a moment, and I actually did a little bit of sun gazing. That's staring directly into the sun just as it comes up. Apparently that's really good for the immune system. But just for a few seconds, enough to feel the warmth meeting my eyes and my body and my spirit. But then comes the beautiful soundtrack, and you might hear the soundtrack right now because I'm doing something very strange today. Well, not strange, it actually feels wonderful. I'm recording this on my phone outside, and you can probably hear all the birds, unless, of course, the sound editing takes it away. I'm not quite sure. But the birds in the morning, oh my goodness. Like the songbirds, but then, of course, the squawking galahs and cockatoos. And, you know, some could say they're screeching, but I'll tell you what, to me it was a call. And it's almost as if they're using their voices to awaken us, to tell us to come on, don't miss this opportunity, don't sleep at this time, this is the beautiful time. It's like sleeping through a miracle. I realised, in that moment when I was listening this morning, that I had been sleeping through it, not just literally, but spiritually as well, because there's something about a sunrise that feels like an invitation. And I know that in many spiritual traditions, many of them consider the early morning as sacred. And that's my dog barking because I'm out in the backyard recording this. But yogis call it Brahma Murta, the hour of the Creator. And that's roughly the 90 minutes before the sunrise. And it's said that the veil between the physical and the spiritual worlds is the thinnest then, making it the perfect time for meditation, for prayer, creativity, and just being still or being out in nature. You might have also heard the author Robin Sharma. He calls it the 5 a.m. Club. I love that book. That's another book I recommend, by the way. And he swears by rising at that hour for focus, productivity, and personal growth. This is the best time. Now, while I admire that, I will be honest, I am not quite ready for the 5 a.m. club, especially in winter. It gets bitterly cold here, and So what I am ready for is aligning myself with the rhythm of nature. And for me, that means following the sun. And there's a reason why our ancestors rose with light and rested in the dark, and because their lives were in harmony with the cycles of the earth. When the sun rose, so did they, and in doing so, they carried a sense of connection that many of us have lost in our modern lives. We live by the clock, right? Watching the clock. But when I rose in the sun this morning and the last few days, I feel that connection come alive again. It's as if the universe is whispering to me, like, here's a new day. Here's a chance to begin again. This is a clean slate for you. Enjoy it. And the morning holds a purity that no other time of day does. It just doesn't. It doesn't match it. The air feels cleaner. You can smell it. My thoughts feel clearer, and even my body feels lighter. But it's more than physical. Spiritually, sunrise is a reminder of renewal. Darkness yields to light, silence yields to song, and rest yields to action. Every sunrise is proof that no matter what happened yesterday, today is a new beginning. It begins again. This morning as I walked with the dogs, I honestly couldn't help but smile. I felt this happiness bubbling up inside, and seriously, I was smiling. I'm walking around the oval just smiling all the time. You know, it made me wonder how much of life's happiness do we miss simply because we sleep through it? Not just literally, but in how we go about our days, distracted, numb, and we're caught in this cycle, this routine. So today I made a powerful decision. I'm not going to set an alarm to wake me up at 5 a.m. sharp. Instead, I'm just going to choose to follow the sun. Some mornings will be 6 a.m., sometimes earlier, depending upon the season. But I want to live in sync with the natural rhythm again. I want to greet each day the way I have been doing it the last few mornings, and with openness, with wonder, and with gratitude. When you stand at sunrise, you can't help but feel present. The day hasn't scattered your mind yet. The noise of the world hasn't pulled you in 1,000 different directions. It's just you, the light, the air. It's almost as if the sun whispers, "Be still, receive me, let's begin again." So, along with the bird calls right now, here's today's tiny daily kick. Try rising with the sun just once this week. Step outside, breathe the morning air, listen to the beautiful birds, watch the colours of the sky, and let yourself be reminded that life is a gift and it's fresh every single day. And you don't have to do it every morning. You don't have to join the 5 a.m. club, but just once, gift yourself that moment. I promise it will shift something in you. I've even said to my mate, Lee, I said, "Lee, just try it this once. Just once. See what it's like." Hope you've enjoyed today's Tiny Daily Kick. And until then, I'm Jason Stephenson. Imagine boldly and go out and live it.